The college football regular season is coming to an end, and with that brings Rivalry Week. And I thought it would be fun to look at the different rivalry trophies across the country and decide which ones I thought were the best, most unique, unusual trophies from across the country. And I ranked my top 5, and doing that I had to leave a lot out, so there might be a part 2 coming for this video soon. But as of right now, this is my top 5 rivalry trophies. Hope you guys enjoy. So coming in at number 5, we have the Golden Egg Trophy between Mississippi State and Ole Miss. These two teams have been playing in the Egg Bowl since 1901, and the game has been nicknamed the Battle for the Golden Egg. The Golden Egg Trophy was brought on back in 1927 after Ole Miss snapped a 13-game losing streak to the Bulldogs in Starkville, and at the conclusion of the game, Ole Miss fans rushed the field in an attempt to tear down the opposing team's goalposts. Obviously, Mississippi State fans didn't like this so much and began to ward off the opposing fans with wooden chairs, and a full-on brawl broke loose on the field. So the following year, both schools decided to institute a winning team's trophy in order to avoid such brawls. I'm not sure if that worked or not, but we have the Golden Egg today. The trophy was never even supposed to be a golden egg exactly. The reason why it's called that is because footballs back in the day were more egg-shaped, kind of like rugby balls, than what we have today. And in 1979, the nickname Egg Bowl was given by sports writer Tom Patterson. Coming in at number 4, one of my personal favorites, honestly, I probably should have ranked it higher on this list. It's the Platypus between Oregon and Oregon State. This trophy is honestly poetic perfection for this rivalry. What better way to represent a rivalry between a duck and a beaver than using a wooden platypus that has the beak of a duck and the tail of a beaver? Honestly, it's just 10 out of 10. Whoever came up with this is a genius. It was only awarded between 1959 and 1961. Oregon State won the first trophy in 1959, and in 1960, the two teams tied, so Oregon State decided to keep the trophy for another year. Oregon didn't like that so much and decided to steal the trophy. Oregon State regained the trophy in 1961, but it was stolen so many times it was eventually forgotten about. That was until 1986 when the original artist actually found the trophy being displayed in the water polo team's trophy case on Oregon's campus, and they refused to relinquish the trophy. Eventually, the pool and the trophy case was demolished and the trophy was lost again. And that was until 2004 when a search reignited to find this trophy. And it was eventually rediscovered back in 2005 in a random closet on Oregon's campus. And they tried to reinstitute the trophy as the official rivalry between the two football teams, but the 80s thought it was too ugly and decided against it. However, it's now being used as the unofficial trophy and is passed between each school's alumni association. Coming in at number 3 is the jeweled Chalet between USC and Notre Dame. I'm not quite sure if I'm exactly pronouncing this correctly, but that's the best I can do. So what is a shillelagh? It's basically a sort of Irish club made of oak and blackthorn saplings in Ireland. They were used originally as walking sticks and settling disputes back in the day. The tradition of the jeweled shillelagh started back in 1952 between the two schools. The trophy was presented to the rivalry from the Notre Dame Alumni Club of Los Angeles. Every year, the winner gets to attach either a Trojan head or a shamrock with the score and the year as the years go by. And in 1996, USC snapped a 14-game losing streak to Notre Dame. However, Notre Dame presented the shillelagh and said there's no more room for additional jewels. So the Alumni Club commissioned a larger one to be made, and that is what is used today. The original trophy is retired and now being displayed at the campus of Notre Dame. Coming in at number 2, the Illibuck or Illibuck between Illinois and Ohio State. So this is one of the oldest Big Ten rivalries in the country. The tradition began back in 1925 with actually a live turtle that was being passed from team to team after each game. They used a turtle in order to symbolize the long and storied future that the rivalry would hold, and the turtle died the next year. And since then, they've come up with about 10 or so iterations, wooden iterations of the trophy. It has the scores painted on the turtle shell. And there also used to be a tradition where the junior honorary societies would smoke a peace pipe at halftime. Sadly, that's been done away with, but Ohio State obviously dominates this rivalry 63, 23, and 2. However, they did tie in 1951 0-0, which I just just thought was interesting. Sadly, they don't play every year now thanks to conference expansion, but every 4 years or so we do get this rivalry and the passing of the Illibuck trophy. I did find this old article from 1926 in the Daily Illini. I just thought it was really funny the way they presented the death of the original turtle. His fleshly form having passed into the eternal halls of Valhalla, a wooden effigy of the famous animal will perpetuate their tradition, commenced 2 years ago. Just an amazing way to put it.
The turtle died.
And coming in at number 1 and my personal favorite from the research, and some of you probably have heard about this as it was in College Game Day, I think back in 2013, it's the Troll Trophy between Concordia Moorhead and St. Olaf. The trophy was made back in 1974 to welcome St. Olaf back to Division III Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, or MEAC for short. They call it the Troll for good reason, and it has been one of the most unique / creepy / weird trophies I've ever seen, and I love it. It's said that the trophy is supposed to represent the two schools' Scandinavian heritage, since trolls are a big part of Norse mythology. It's actually pretty cool when you look into it because the troll is made out of real moss and pine cones from the trees in Norway, and it was purchased for $125, and I'm very glad that we have this trophy in college football today. So that's my list, the top 5 most unique rivalry trophies in the country. Like I said, I did leave out quite a few, so there might be a part 2 coming soon, but let me know in the comments, what's your favorite rivalry trophy? What would you like me to cover next? And we'll see you guys in the next video.